you like different energetic systems, if you like Chinese medicine, if you like Eastern medicine, chakras, some Western biochemical stuff. This was the most comprehensive quantum energy scan measuring basically everything I could ever think of that I've had. This is a 20-minute podcast mixed with water chat, mixed with conversation with little bits of me just figuring out things about my body. I think you'll enjoy this if you like health and if you like the future of scanning your own health.
Totally. Okay, so
I have no idea what we're doing. So if you like to,
yeah, like it is basically, there's a whole listing of things that we can do with this device.
Okay.
I have barely scratched the surface of them.
What is the device?
So it will read, this is a, basically it's all quantum physics run. So this is a frequency microphone. It will make whirring and buzzing sounds, and then it'll beep at you and make frequencies that will balance out the ones that it read the first time. So it kind of does all of that. But
so we're scanning first?
Power on. Yep. So that goes over your ears and the little nubs sit right in front.
Yeah.
Yep. Then the first one that deals with like these light glasses and stuff. The first one that it does is it'll read the frequencies in your voice when you speak. So it will record you for like 10 seconds. You can say whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You can read something, you can do whatever, but it reads all the frequencies in your voice and then it tells you what's too high, what's too low, and plays the balancing stuff. So then it plays like some really nice music with the right frequency to balance you out. And it tells you what colors also go with it. So you're bringing in the sound frequency and the light frequency to help balance things out.
Is it using light? What's it using to scan?
That's a great question. It's quantum physics technology. I don't know all the details on that. I have not, I just hit my microphone. I have not dug deep into the why.
Yeah. My question was, what is the energy?
Record, are you?
Huh?
You're doing a verbal record?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want to make that podcast, but you can. So then just make yourself a separate solo podcast later where you have figured out the answer to all of this and interject. Yeah.
Probably won't.
Okay, so I'm going to do the inner voice one, and that's what's going to have you speak. So it's going to ask me to allow the microphone and then just say whatever you want for 10 seconds until it says you're done.
Pitch on the 3 levels of water.
Yeah, so the first level of water is clean water foundation, which is not being poisoned, which is what we're doing right now, which is how to get the foundation of life inside your body.
There you go. All right, so we have the different frequencies that are high. So it has the dominant high one was E, and the supporting note is A sharp. The low one was F sharp, supporting note is C. So it shows here, it like gives you some information about it. And then it shows what all of your frequencies were at, like level wise. And then it gives you the color of glasses that help to balance. So whichever frequency it is, and it gives you just some different emotions that are based on that particular thing. So like your first one is magenta and it's self-critical versus self-accepting. Yep. So it's...
That lands.
Yep. So we've got, let's see, magenta, purple, red, orange, and red. All right, hold that for a second if you want to look at them. And I will pull the glasses out. Well, you're all in one section, aren't you? Okay, I'm just going to go back up. So it was that's the magenta, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to play balancing harmonics for you. I'm going to give you... And so then you just listen to the music while it goes. Sounds nice, right?
Yeah, it's quite pleasant, yeah. That's what I was listening to on the way over here, basically.
Well, if it sounds really good, it was probably in the right frequency for whatever you were needing today.
I can feel the very minor vibrations.
Vibrations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you'll feel more when we do the vital scan for sure. So I do this, like I'll do it in the morning and I'll run the inner voice thing in the morning, and then I'll put the glasses on and like, do stuff in the kitchen, unload the dishwasher or whatever. Well, I've got the glasses on and listen to the music. So I'm like getting stuff done. It's a good way to start the day. But I've learned that the very dark one, like this violet, don't try to do anything with that because it's really dark.
It was 3 minutes total of each time.
Of each one, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So it takes a few minutes to balance things out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the microphone is going to affect when it does the actual biometric scanning stuff. So we might take that off while we actually do the scan and then optimize, and then you can put it back on while we talk about it.
Yeah, that works. This is
Works
the music
together.
that they always played during the integration period after an intense breath work.
Really?
Where everyone's bawling. A group of like 35 to 55-year-old men just having done 45 minutes of intense breath work, and then you just fall back and everyone just starts cracking open and bawling. And then this will be playing. It's very angelic.
There you go.
Yeah. So probably back whenever people went to like ancient cathedrals with organ systems, this would happen anyway. Probably not matched to their systems. Right.
Yeah.
This is because the music is very similar to like slow orchestral.
Mm-hmm.
And with the different glasses. So like churches were just healing centers before the churches took them over, before the church took them over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or they were built to be both.
Or that.
You never know.
But,
Oh no, the sad violin. I'm just going to start crying. I can't do sad violin.
Do you need us to leave the room?
Yeah,
I want
to
say the red orange one is the harp. I think that's the harp, which it's interesting because I have played the harp since I was 9. Somewhere in my
Really?
Yeah.
That's very classical.
Yeah. I started playing professionally when I was like 11. So I've been doing this a long time. And for whatever reason, that one is always, I want to say that's one of my lows, I think. But that's like the only one of the colors that I've heard anyway that plays harp music in it. And I always like feel better. I have a better mood. All the things feel better when I played the harp. And I had never put that together until I did this stuff and listened to the harp music. And I was like, I wonder if that's why it was always uplifting and peaceful for me. And if I was stressed out and I would sit down and play, and then I would feel so much better. I'm like, that makes so much sense.
I can feel the low notes
Yeah.
vibrating different places on my bone. Like there's like a low almost bass that's just vibrating. It's not all the time. It's strange.
Yeah. And it's that dark one that does it. I've had that one a few times too. So every day you get a little bit different depending on what it is. So
Is this a morning thing or an evening thing?
I want to say you can do it a couple times a day. I don't know how much it would change.
Is it to balance you for sleep, or is it to balance you to go through your day with?
I think it's more to go through your day with. If I'm remembering correctly, it says do it in the morning, and then you can, like, I can send you the email with the MP4s in it, and then you can listen to the same things throughout the day, a couple times a day.
This is all going off of, does it do different energy location? Does it do different chakras? Because it was just throat, right?
This one doesn't. The next one will read chakras and meridians and things like that.
Okay.
So this one does just the frequencies. The next one is the vitals scan. So this gives food sensitivities, blood, chakras, gastrointestinal function, meridians, nutritional analysis, physical functionality, and toxicities. So it'll like scan all of that stuff, and then you'll hear all buzzing and whirring and whatever, and then we'll go to optimize, and it'll play frequencies that will try to bring what was out back into balance. Mm-hmm. So it'll optimize everything, and then we'll have a report of what went from what number to what number, and we'll go over all of that.
This is where I get triggered.
Probably. This is where you're like, oh my gosh. All right, so we'll take that off. Okay, we good?
Yep. Lost the magnet.
And now it should be.
Oh, that's wacky.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like buzzing
It's
and
like
worrying.
binaural with vibration.
Yeah. Yeah. So it just, and it goes from like ear to ear.
Intense.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like, how does it work? I'm like, I don't know. It's quantum physics. It's
yeah.
very cool though.
I picture myself in a float tank and just almost trying to leave my body.
Okay, so now we're going to optimize the frequency. So now you're going to get the beeping.
Totally different.
Yeah, you're going to get the beeping that's bringing things, it's trying to bring what's out of balance back into balance. So the only things that, when I was going through this with my doctor, the only things that he said to really focus on were the ones that were initially red and then stayed red. Right. So like if the frequencies can't move it, then there's something to be addressed there.
Biochemical.
Yep. So I was like, okay, that makes it a little easier. But at the same time, you can see if there's like a high number and it went just a little bit lower, you're like, okay, maybe I should be careful and, only eat that food every 4th day. So you're good there. You want to put your microphone back on and we'll go through and we'll look at the enhanced report stuff. Yeah, you probably don't need that anymore. So you can take the thing off if you want.
It's actually quite comfortable.
It's like you kind of forget it's there. I frequently forget that it's there. I'm just going to turn it off really quick. I have to put it up to my ear so I can hear it because I'm half deaf. Okay, so the numbers that we're looking at, the diminishing function risk is 1 is critical, and then when you're looking at the higher numbers, increasing inflammation risk, 9 is critical.
Okay.
So like the middle numbers, 4, 5, 6 is like right where you want to be, but we're really worried about if something
red,
is
bad, blue and green,
red
okay.
and then red.
Yeah.
So this previous scan side.
Oh, Darius got
All the previous scan stuff is like.
Is that all you were worried about?
He was so worried about milk.
I might have to just change my complete diet. Yeah.
There's
I
more
don't do
dairy
milk,
underneath that. Be
yeah,
careful.
I'm sure there'll be.
Be careful.
Yeah.
No, the previous scan is what it initially reads. And then when it optimizes, that's the current scan. So it's like it brought this number initially and it brought it over to this number.
Interesting.
Some of the omega-6s, like that shows low, but that's good. Like you want omega-6s to be lower.
Right.
So like
so
not every red is bad.
Right.
Yes. So it doesn't necessarily give context. It gives you something to look at and to give some critical thought to. And then sometimes when there's something that's red and red, then you have a place to go. And, I recommend go see the doctor, see your functional practitioner and say, hey, listen, this showed up. What should I address? So you did have some of your chakras were out and it put all of them back to
that's the more useful.
Normal. So you
I'll
had
take the chakras over the biochemicals.
Right.
Okay.
So your third eye chakra was high and your
Root's always difficult.
solar plexus chakra was low and your root chakra was high.
Oh. Survival was high, power was low.
And then it gives you chakra descriptions also. So sounds like you already know them, but I'm just saying, like for the average, But it'll tell you, like what's going on, like root chakra, for example, joint pain, lower backache, elimination problems, obesity, constipation, anorexia, poor immune system function. These are your meridians. So your spleen meridian was a little bit out, a little high, and it brought it back.
Yeah, I have an open spleen.
Your heart meridian is low and didn't change.
Interesting.
Are you a Grinch?
Gumster, yeah.
So then we had a couple other ones that were off and then it brought them back in. But the main one that didn't change was that heart meridian was low. So then you can scroll down and there's the physical and emotional links.
Spleen and pancreas, blood and lymph. Interesting. Yeah, that's the one that whenever I do any energy work, it's always the one that has the most of anything on it.
Yeah.
Just the bridge between the upper and the lower. It's the one that I always have to spend the most time on. So that makes sense.
Isn't it funny how it all like ties in?
Yeah.
Pancreas, blood glucose was lower, A1C is good. Gives you a nutritional analysis, so it has all your amino acids.
How much money you would have to spend to get this much data from 17 different blood tests?
Yeah.
Right. It would be a lot. It would be a lot because it's,
And And
It
then
covers-
you see a psychic or an energy worker to tell you which
Yes.
chakras are
I mean, this is
imbalanced.
like $2,000 worth of blood work.
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily. And you can do it. It gives you recommendations of how often to do things. So the
Sure.
comprehensive, you probably only need to do like once a week.
Yeah.
You can
Because
do the
they
vitals
never
every
look at
day.
the numbers on a one-off blood test. They're like, well, you test every 3 months or every 6 months or every once a year,
Mhm.
and then you just look at patterns. I'm like, so it's not the objective number, it's the trends, which is what you would do with this.
Right.
It's not the objective
But
number. it's
but
the
you'd
trends.
get right,
Right.
but you'd get trends of every day
Right.
spending a few minutes doing this. You can get a much more accurate trend than a pinpoint of every 3 or 6 months taking
Yeah.
a
Or if
snapshot
you're
of what
doing
the blood work
meditation and
is.
you're like, I'm going to work on my heart chakra today, and you just scan and it was just like balance, and you're like,
Yeah.
I win.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
That's how you win the day.
Yeah.
Like, got it. I will be here until this thing shows I'm
Correct.
balanced.
Yeah, it's another perfectionism trigger. Be like, I have to get all these. I have to get all these okay.
Oh
No,
no.
it is initially very triggering. I mean,
Sure.
I felt like very
Like, I have to work on all this right now.
Why was-
You'll be able to access all this. Like, I'll email you the
So it comes
enhanced thing.
in the report.
Yep.
to
So
speak.
it'll give you a link
Oh.
to go to the report to where you can look at all this, but go to the enhanced report because it shows all the numbers. The basic
Oh,
report's just like it's either good or not
Yeah.
good, and it gives you not enough information. So
Uh-huh.
go to the enhanced report. It gives you MTHFR mutation
Oh,
stuff,
really?
which look fine. And then vitamins and
It's
coenzymes.
everything. This is literally what I always complain about.
I'm like
You
halfway
can't
through.
Go to the doctor. There is no
You
such
can't get all
thing
this stuff.
as a micronutrient panel, which would be the
Yeah.
only thing that really mattered to some degree. It's just like you're missing 6 of your trace nutrients, You should
Which
take
affect
some.
everything in your
else,
body.
correct.
Right. But instead, they're looking at the larger
Yeah.
portion and trying to figure it out without looking at the
Well,
underlying.
everyone assumes that it's just in the food. And I'm like, it's not in the food anymore. Like chromium's gone.
Yeah.
At least like 12 of the trace minerals aren't there
Yeah.
in any quantity.
Yeah.
Which is why people are like, oh, I started taking this chelated mineral supplement and it felt better immediately. Like,
Right.
Didn't have it for 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And chromium helps with your blood sugar
Yeah.
balance, which is what
Chromium's
the
one
pink
of the
drink
big
does.
ones.
And that's one of the things that I was completely
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah.
Even though I was taking all the vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
Like you said, I wasn't getting
And
enough.
selenium. There's a couple weird ones that just
Yep. So the vitamins all look pretty good.
Yeah.
The basic physical functionality
that's hilarious.
your
My
pH
balance
is a
off.
little bit low.
That's funny.
Yep.
It's all that
So-
6.0 water I was drinking when I sent my machine off.
Maybe.
Oops.
Probably.
Yeah, that would do it. It would be like,
That's why I look at you
you're a
funny
little
whenever you
acidic.
said- So
Well, I do podcasts with lots of water people.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
one of them will be like, oh no, it's complete opposite. I'll be like, okay, I'll try it. And then I do the complete opposite.
Mhm.
And then there's no real way other than how I feel to gauge
But now
if
there
it's
is.
working. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I did drop it. This is really useful.
It gives you so much. Yeah, you can like dive in and yeah. If you don't see him for 2 weeks, it's
Yeah.
because he opened the email with the link and he's been in every single one.
Yeah.
I sent you my report.
So we've got bone growth index, bone mineral density, brain and nerve. Like it gives
Lots of
you,
nerve.
oh,
Vagus nerve.
nothing compared to the comprehensive one. It covers all
Oh,
like
really?
nerves in this side of the brain, nerves in that side of the brain. Kidney function.
Kidneys were stressed, and now it's way better.
It's probably that acidic one.
Well, it all plays, it all plays together. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to like discount what another doctor said. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, that would, my kidneys would be like, you are dehydrated.
Yeah.
Because that's
Right.
when I started drinking alkaline water. And I think I told you this before. I was drinking it, but the doctor that got me involved with all this stuff, that's part of his practice when we were in Alabama. And we would go and like fill up jugs of good alkaline water. And I had been drinking it, went out of town to a funeral, incidentally, with sadness and all that stuff. And I ran out of the water that I had brought. So she had, Zephyr Hills,
Yeah.
whatever.
Spring water.
Yeah, oddly enough,
Or
acidic spring water.
Processed bottled
Acidic
water
bottled
that
spring.
says spring water.
Spring,
That
yeah.
isn't spring water.
Well, it's spring.
Came from
water.
a spring somewhere.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I drank one of those and I was like, gosh, I just feel so dehydrated. I drank another one. By the time I had like 2.5, I was like, I have to stop drinking this.
It's making
And
it
they were
worse.
looking at me like I was crazy. I'm like, I have to go buy water. They're like, we have water here. I'm like, no, this is not working for me.
Yeah.
I was like, my lips were chapped and red. My urine was turning almost orange. It was like so dehydrating. And I was like, what is happening? And I had just started, now I was already very acidic. That was one of the things that came up in my test. And so I had just started drinking alkaline water for like maybe 2 months. So my body was like, that is not acceptable. So it went like super dehydrating, and I bet my kidneys were freaking out.
Was it alkaline because of minerals, or was it actually a hydrogen machine?
It was a little machine. I don't know
Like
if it
an
was
ionizer?
actually,
Okay, so
yeah,
there's
that like
hydrogen in it too.
lets you put whatever.
Yeah, so you're
pH.
manipulating hydrogen.
I don't remember the name of
No, that's all right.
the company or anything
but I was
that he
curious
had.
because you
But
can make water. Some machines will make water, like reverse osmosis under the sink can make water alkaline because it just runs it across calcium sulfate.
oh yeah, no,
after
it was
fact.
like good quality.
So that's a hydrogen machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I say all that to say my kidneys were probably freaking out because I was having
Yeah.
acidic water. My body was like, no, we like the alkaline stuff
Yeah.
you drink. So anyway, liver and gallbladder function, skin index. But it gives you like skin grease.
Yeah.
I think that one's funny.
Yeah, it made it worse.
I did. Yes,
Yeah,
it says skin grease. I did one of them, and I was like, "Oh, you greasy."
It made my skin worse. It unbalanced it for the most part.
Well, but just because it was trying to balance everything else out, sometimes they move. Now, here's your other thyroid function
Yeah.
where you were concerned about your
sure.
thyroid.
Yeah. Free T3, reverse
So,
T3.
Do you have
TSH.
thyroid issues?
I'm
or
always
you?
on the border.
Okay.
Yeah, of something. And the caffeine doesn't help.
No, it doesn't, but
No,
we
it
can help
doesn't.
you with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then it gives you all the toxicities, like anything that you would be allergic to as far as like grasses and trees and all that stuff.
I've never had any serious tumbleweed.
No, you really don't. Like, I mean, but they didn't stay red. They changed.
Yeah.
So
Walnut. Stay away from walnut. That's what I
Really?
see. 9 to 7. They balance a little bit. Walnut.
yeah,
tree.
but it's still, if it's not red and staying
Yeah.
red, then it's just changing.
I've never had
but
any severe allergies, so that corresponds.
that makes sense.
When I
Yep.
first moved to Asheville, the first spring I was there, I was just,
Oh,
my
I bet
God.
everything blooms like crazy over there.
But New Hampshire is pretty diverse too. But first season I was in Asheville, I started getting.
But it's just
itchy
different.
nose. Right? And
Yeah.
then the next year it adapted. So my body adapts pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's what they told me when I moved out to Yuma, because we moved to Arizona right like the year after I had that sinus surgery.
Yeah.
And so I went out there and I finally saw an allergist. I was like, listen, I just want to be off this medicine. I
Yeah.
had the surgery. Like, can I just figure out what I'm allergic to that's driving me crazy? And they're like, well, you moved climates completely. So it's either going to really help
Right.
you or make you miserable. And I
Right.
was like, thanks.
Yeah.
But they did all the back pricks and everything. And they were like, you reacted to the tester. Awesome. So I reacted to the tester,
Like,
and they
you
gave me like,
reacted to
a
the
really long
placebo.
word for
Yeah.
hypersensitive skin,
Yeah.
the medical term. And they were like, just take Zyrtec. And I'm like, I've been taking this for 15 years.
Yeah.
And then I took it for 2 more years. And then I got my gut right, and I haven't taken it since. Haven't needed it. And I can still breathe, and this air still goes there. So then we get into the bacterial stuff.
Wow.
So
That's a lot of fungus.
yeah,
That's
but
very,
but
very
none
good.
of it's bad. Like you don't have
No, I know,
anything
I'm
that's
just
out of whack, which
surprised
is a
at
good thing.
How many
Oh yeah.
items they said? Yeah.
Yep. Human toxins. There's all the
Somehow
Alcohol
microdosing drugs in there.
medication drugs. Lots of medication. Lots of metabolic waste.
Metabolic, that would make sense.
Yeah.
That's times when I don't have hydrogen. That's literally what hydrogen does.
Yeah.
It cleans up metabolic waste.
There you go.
Huh.
That makes sense. The heavy metals, stuff you don't want in there.
Oh, these are very useful.
Yeah. So you've got
Bismuth.
higher bismuth and higher titanium. But
Mold is different than fungus.
yep.
Okay.
Yep. So there's a whole mold section as well. I mean, it even gives you like the black mold and
Yep.
all the things like, so, I mean, it seems like things are good there, and it gives you a whole bunch of
What is
parasites.
elephantiasis.
I don't know. I had a friend that they had talked to her at one point a long time ago about testing her for Lyme disease, but she hadn't
Yeah.
actually done the test.
Oh, sure.
But she's still struggling with some things in her health. And we did the scan, and it showed Bartonella.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, have you ever had testing for any kind of Lyme disease co-infections, anything like that? And she was like, well, they talked about it. And I said, this is like, it was red
Yeah.
and red. And I was like, you might want to have them test you for that and, see if there's anything else that you need to
Huh.
add into your treatment stuff. So that's kind of where,
I have
like when I see something.
9 and 9 on the brain eating amoeba.
No,
No, really.
brain eating.
Critical on the
Is that
brain
what
eating
that
amoeba,
is?
yeah.
Did you scroll down all the viruses?
Oh my God, no.
So your body seems to be fighting off a COVID variant
That makes sense.
and flu B.
Yep. 'Tis the season.
Yeah. Which just means you were probably around somebody that got a flu shot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And now your body's like, fine, I'll deal with that too.
Poor body's dealing so much.
Right? Hence the low immune function. It's like, help.
Usually that
So-
corresponds to this eyelid will twitch.
Yeah.
That's what that means, is it's running low.
Gosh.
This was done by a tool called AO Scan. This was my first time with it. I mentioned at the beginning that we were putting in a water system for this woman who's wonderful nearby, and the plumber came up because we had basically played hooky while the plumber was doing all the work and putting the water system in. So that's why it's abbreviated. If you're at all interested in kind of the future of scanning energetic fields, this video paired all energetic systems I know of: human design, the chakra system, the meridian system. So it basically weaves traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic, more interesting human design with quantum mechanics, with the I Ching, and obviously with normal Western medicine, biochemical and proxies and biomarkers. Check out that product if you're at all interested in any of that. I've never seen anything so comprehensive. The fact that it can be done so quickly, because it's based off of resonance rather than actually having to physically change the biochemicals themselves. It's based off of the resonance of everything, which is where medicine is going: frequency, vibration, resonance. We were putting in a water system for this woman who's wonderful nearby, and the plumber came up because we had basically played hooky while the plumber was doing all the work and putting the water system in. So that's why it's abbreviated. If you're at all interested in kind of the future of scanning energetic fields, this video paired all energetic systems I know of: human design, the chakra system, the meridian system. So it basically weaves traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic, more interesting human design with quantum mechanics, with the I Ching, and obviously with normal Western medicine, biochemical and proxies and biomarkers. Check out that product if you're at all interested in any of that. I've never seen anything so comprehensive. The fact that it can be done so quickly, because it's based off of resonance rather than actually having to physically change the biochemicals themselves. It's based off of the resonance of everything, which is where medicine is going: frequency, vibration, resonance.